and today I find myself in an amazing sneaker store. So I'm here at Nairobi Marsabit plaza. You need to step in here and just have a look at what they have. The shelves are loaded, they have new stock.
Me wind and rain, you're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby.
So make it a point, be here at Laces and you will get what you need. So there are a couple of questions that I've always got on what's the difference between these three pairs of sneakers. I know most of the viewers will be thinking of they're the same pair of sneakers made basically because they are all Nikes, and they basically share the same blueprint on what makes them what they are. So on this is the width, and this is an SB. This is the Jordan 1 low. As you can see, very neat, looks the same as the SB that I just put there on the bit. And what I have here is familiar. This is an amazing dunk. And see, this is a dunk low. So basically, these shoes do look the same from face value. You would think they're just one and the same. The only difference is probably the colorways, but they are all different. So just a bit of history. So in 1985, this particular sneaker, the Dunk, was released by Nike. And as you know, Michael Jordan was out there with the Jordan 1. This particular pair of sneaker was doing a lot of rounds in colleges in the America. And they were in several colorways because they were representing every university in the US. That was just a way of pushing this particular pair of sneaker in the university framework and just having those kids play basketball in them, and they were supposed to rep their schools. On the NBA side, the Jordan 1 was gracing the courts through the feet of Michael Jordan. And this is a revolutionary shoe as far as all this is concerned. One thing that we will appreciate is the art, the artistry, the creativity that came behind all this. This was purely designed to change the game as far as basketball is concerned. And thanks to this particular pair of sneaker, Michael Jordan ruled the sneaker world, and he became a different conversation all through that we've ever thought of. But this is not the topic for today. Today, we're talking about these SBs and Dunks. And we're going to talk about the various differences between these pairs of sneakers and just get to see how do you differentiate them, and what makes what, and what kind of technologies that lie behind it. In as much as you can see, the soles are more or less the same, the uppers are more or less the same, but these two have a different kind of stitchwork compared to this one. So when we come to the SB, this is the width colorway. You can see one thing that is very, very clear is the tongue is quite thick. Very, very thick compared to the regular Dunk. The regular Dunk has a very small tongue, it's not as thick, it's not as puffed up, and even from face value, the first thing that you will also notice is the shoelace. The shoelace on this particular one, the SB, is very thick. This particular pair of sneakers came about in 2002 when the skating world was born. So Nike did task a team that went around trying to figure out what would work in the skating world, and they came up with the perfect sneaker that would work in that particular field. There's a lot of technology that falls around this particular pair of sneaker that brings in that safety as you go around skating. And one thing that you will see is the tongue that I've just mentioned, the shoelaces that I've mentioned. And there's something called the air unit. So this particular pair of sneaker has an air unit on steroids. There's an air unit right at the insole of this particular pair of SBs. And this is just to protect your foot as you learn, as you skate, so that you don't injure yourself. Those are some of the amazing work that Nike just put in place just to ensure that when you're going to skate, you're having the right pair of footwear on your foot. When you look inside this particular pair of sneaker, there is a rubber. This is supposed to hold your foot, your mid-foot. This particular one is supposed to hold your mid-foot as you skate. And also, there's also an air unit right at the center of this particular pair of sneaker. The other thing that stands out is also the graining on the foot itself. This is supposed to help you grip the ground as you jump on the skateboard and leave anything else that you're doing in that world of skating. And as you can see, this is also something that stands out in an SB particularly. When you look at the regular Dunks, the sole is primarily like a Jordan 1 particularly. The air unit is just like what a Jordan 1 pair of sneaker would have, because it's a basketball pair of shoe. And if you look at the insole, it's just regular. There's no air unit to it like what you saw on the other pair of sneaker. And that just shows you how different these particular two pairs of sneakers are. But the one thing that you will get to appreciate about this too is the fact that they are canvases as far as sneakers are concerned. Many collaborations have come about from the late Virgil Abloh and you name it, you call it. All these skateboarders that teamed up and collaborated with Nike, they came on board just to ensure that you had the right pair of sneaker on your feet. This is basically art on your feet. Putting this on is just extremely amazing, and it's very, very comfortable. And also, if you look at the SB itself, the cushioning that folds even inside the particular sole, the particular shoe itself, the cushioning is quite awesome. Then there's one small detail that you will also notice on this particular. The SB, the swoosh logo, there is no stitch line that goes through a particular pair. But when you look at the Dunk itself, the regular Dunk, there's a stitch that you will see that cuts across, right up, going down. So at the end of it all, this is a pair of sneaker that changes the whole narrative and changes the whole conversation and how we do perceive sneakers. Thanks to Nike, we have had the opportunity to have these two beautiful pair of creations that have changed the entire universe. And we have an amazing thing as far as these are concerned. Like I've said, this is art on feet. And if you want to be part of this art collection, Laces is your place to be. Just make your steps here, find your way here on Marsabit Plaza, and they will sort you out with the most amazing quality of pairs of sneakers. And this is MEG for Sneaker Conversation. These are my sneakers, my story.